Oh, am I on? Okay, good morning. Hello, everyone. Mary Ellen here from LearnBridge Online. I was reading your weather reports, and it looks like everybody's cold. Even here in Florida, in the United States, it's kind of chilly today. Cold front. It is November 1st, right? Welcome, everybody, to Jack Stockton's Improvers class. I'm Mary Ellen. I'm sure most of you know me. And I'm here to help Jack. If there should be any trouble with what you hear or see on your screen, you can just do a few little things, refresh your screen, navigate back to the link, or send me an email or text me using the widget in the bottom left, and I'll try my best to fix it. This class will be recorded, so you can always go back and see. I'm going to set that recording and invite Jack to the classroom. 1 second. Hello.
Morning.
How are you today?
Thank you. Yeah, good. Thank you, Mary Ellen. I've just had my 1 hour with the beginners.
How did it go?
They're getting on very well. Yes. No, we did tortoise, not the hare today, and no trumps.
That's okay.
So not playing the aces and kings. Going for the long suit.
Right.
So
And
that was
today?
fun. And today we're having a very, I think, well-timed review of week 2 openers. But even more important, how do you respond to a week 2?
Very
and I
good.
think the class was a bit unsure last week how to respond to a week 2. So I think this is good timing.
Perfect. And enjoy your session, everyone. And I'll be watching.
We'll see you in 1 hour's time.
Okay.
Thank you, Mary Ellen. And welcome, everyone. If you're watching in replay, big hello to you as well. Of course, you're a big part of our class always. Let me just press a couple of buttons. We'll get back straight in there. And there we go. And as I think a couple of you already said, it's ideal weather, isn't it, when it's raining and wet and cold for Learning Bridge. Perfect thing to do. And it's not so nice to be outside. And good to have Ellie back. She's missed the last 2 lessons, but you're back now, Ellie. So that's important. That's all that matters. Caroline's wearing a coat inside. Yeah, I mean, it is November the 1st. So maybe it's going to be a bit colder now. Good. Yeah, the week 2 open itself, it's fairly straightforward. It's a 6-card suit. You should all play week 2s now. I'm sure you all do. As teachers, we don't teach strong 2s anymore. They're a thing of the past. So it's a 6-card suit. You should have a bit of suit quality, normally 2 honours or more. The 10 does count as an honour. And between 5 and 10 points. Yeah. If it passes rule of 20, then open 1 heart or 1 spade. Just remember, though, very important, I think you all know this, 2 clubs, always strong. Yeah, 23 plus, or the equivalent. So you can't open a week 2 if you've got 6 clubs. So what does South open with this one, everyone, if anything? 8 points. First question of the day. I don't think it's stopped raining here for about 2 weeks. Morning, Phil. Morning, Charlie and our Linda. I had a game of paddle with your friend David, Phil, yesterday. I've just taken up paddle tennis, everyone. Great fun. I recommend it. Anyone can really play it. 8 to 88, I say. Well, I don't know about 88, but make sure that the court isn't slippy. Yeah, it's a classic. Let's not hang around. It's a classic 2-diamond opener. Yep. And good etiquette. If you're playing online, alert your own bids. You'll all know that by now. But if you're playing face to face, it's a really good habit. If I open 2 diamonds, I must not say anything at all, even if my partner forgets. But you, as my partner, as soon as I put that on the table, say week 2 or week. Yeah. Because there are the odd pair out there who still play strong 2s. This one, would you open a week 2 on that? or not. If you're watching in replay, look, I've got my Malta mug with me. That kind of someone gave me, one of our guests gave me a Malta mug on holiday. Yeah, let's not hang around on these openers too long. It's a 2-heart opener, yeah. 6 card suit and 2 honours. Yeah. What's not to like? What about this one? Emma, a 10 is an honour in bridge, yes, when you're overcalling or opening a preempt 2 or 3. Beetle, rule of 14 is only for responding to one of a suit, just to clear that one up. These are opening bids. What would you open there? Pass, 2 hearts, 1 heart. Morning, Teresa in New Zealand, Isabel, Rosemary, Emma. It's a half term for you, Emma. Beetle, Peter A, Misty. Martin's just up the A1, of course. I could almost shout to Martin. I've got quite a loud voice. Caroline, Sarah M. Yeah. Interesting. Some of you are opening 2 hearts. That's naughty. It's only a warning, not bridge prison, but it's a 1 heart because it passes rule of 20. Okay. 10 points and a 6-4 shape. It's too strong for week 2. You'll often miss game if you do. So well done those who said 1 heart. Commiserations for those who said 2 hearts. How about this one? 8 points. Would you open a week 2 on that, or would you pass? Deirdre, good morning. Rosemary, Pamela's in Cambridge. Peter's in Harrogate. Yeah, it's a poor quality, so only 1 honour. You'd be advised to pass. You'll get the odd kind of, naughty player or bored player who opens 2 spades on that, but no, you should, the rule book would tell you to pass. I would pass. Good. Well done, Sally, AD, Charlie, Liz, and others. Right, so that's fairly straightforward, opening a week 2, but what's not so easy is responding to a week 2. That's what we're concentrating on today. So really with 0 to 14 inclusive, you bid to the level of the fit. It's an expression you're all familiar with. It applies to overcallers as well. You add the number of combined trumps together between you and your partner, as if they open a week 2, and bid to that level. So if Parker opens a week 2, you bid to the 3 level with 3 card support. You've got 9 cards. If you've got 10 cards between you, bid to the 4 level. If you've got 11 cards between you with the minor suit, you'd bid 2 diamonds, you'd go 5 diamonds. All right. You wouldn't do that with the majors, though. The majors, you generally, if you had 11 cards, you just go 2 hearts, 4 hearts. What's the point of being in 5 hearts? Okay, so let's put that into practice. You really don't need any points at all. I mean, you've got to be a bit careful if you've got no points and you're vulnerable and you've got rubbish shape. Of course, so vulnerability does come into it. Here we go. Assume no one's vulnerable on these. Love all. I've opened 2 spades. We're playing face-to-face, so you've announced it as weak to the table. Would you bid anything with that? As my partner, you've only got 7 points. Yes, Martin, there are occasions when we bid 5 of a minor, and that would be one. Level of the fit, 5 diamonds. You know by now, Martin, there's exceptions to most rules. That's the thing about bridge. You spend a long time learning the rules, and then you spend probably an equally long time knowing when to break them. It's the fascination of the game. I will never be a master. I was just telling the class earlier, there's 3 things you'll never master that you can do when you've got lots of time in your hands. You'll never master bridge. You'll never master golf. And you'll never master photography. But, there lies the challenge. Right. Very good, Martin. Yeah, so it's a 3-spade bid there. Level of the fit. It's designed to spoil. It's going to make life more difficult for the opponents to get into the bidding, all right? I mean, you might go 1 or 2 down in 3 spades. I agree with you. I would kind of expect it. But I'd expect them to definitely, the opposition, to have 3 hearts on, quite possibly 4 hearts. And after all, the famous expression in bridge, 1 down is good bridge. Students like that one. Here's another. No one's vulnerable. Even if I was vulnerable, I'd bid the same thing here. So 2 spades by North. Eileen, nice to have you on board. What do you do with this one with 8 points, if anything? You haven't missed a huge amount, Eileen. Just doing week 2s today, and mainly how to respond to them. So opening them is easy. What do you do? Oh, if you're watching in replay, are you up with this level of the fit? Yes, and don't nervously. 4 spades is the right bit. But, don't nervously, shivering with fear, quaking, put it down on the table. What I would do is a nice authoritative 4 spades on the table with a big smile on my face, as though I'm expecting to make it. And you'll find that, you'll rarely get doubled. If you nervously, shaking with fear, look, I'm shaking, put it on the table as though you shouldn't be doing it. Clearly, they're more likely to double you. But in practice, even if they double you, you're probably going to be 1 or 2 down. They'll be making 4 hearts here. It's a spoiling bit. Anything for you on this one? You got 12 points. Do you bid with this one, or would you pass? I've opened a week 2. I will tell you more about it, but next Monday, you're more than welcome to join us for our duplicate strategy course. We're on to lesson 3. We're doing slam bidding, so it should be quite fun. More difficult, though. They are harder, those duplicate strategies. Strategy at duplicate pairs. We're on lesson 3 out of 4. It's 9:30 on Monday if you fancy that one. Drop by. But they are harder lessons than normal. Set hands are more difficult as well. But if you'd like to learn some strategy at duplicate pairs on slam bidding, drop by. It's part of your subscription. Well done. Lots of passes there. Deirdre, Misty, Caroline, Bernice. Yeah, you're all passing. It's put up or shut up. You wouldn't bid 3 hearts here. What's the point? Right, let's play the first of our set hands. We've got some fun set hands lined up for you today. Well, they're always fun. Just first question. South is the dealer. Would you open 2 hearts on that one or pass? Yeah, 2 hearts. I'm even going to alert it because I'm well trained. West, would they bid or not? West has got 11 points. Does West bid or do they pass? Talking about West here. You're jumping the gun, some. You're just asking about West first. Well, it's close to a double, but they've only got 11 points and they're vulnerable, so I would recommend a pass. Yeah, if West had 12 points, I'd make a takeout double, but just 11 is too weak. And over to North. What do they do? 10 points. 10 cards between them, just bid to 4 hearts. My partner the other day had 4 card support and went via 2 no trumps. Now I would just go straight to 4 hearts here. King of spades leads, fairly standard, king from king, queen. And before we play at trick 1, never play too quick trick 1, it's planning time. So how are you going to play this 4 heart contract? It's not going to be easy. You know, it's a set hand. So are you going to draw trumps or are you going to do something else? Clearly we're going to win with the ace of spades, but what are we going to do at trick 2? And I'll give you a clue. Quite a few of you now, I don't know how many, will be counting losers because we've done a bit of that, haven't we? Over the last few months. How many losers have we got? First of all, having won the ace. Yeah, once we've won the ace of spades. That's the first question. How many losers have we got in 4 hearts? If you're watching in replay, have you worked that one out? And if some of you aren't counting losers or find it difficult to do so, don't worry. It's something that you get eventually. It may take weeks or months. It's a more advanced technique. Some of you might count winners. Yeah, some bridge teachers recommend counting winners. That's fine. Well, let's go through it in each suit in turn. So you look at it in each suit in turn from declarer's point of view at the dummy. So we've got the ace of hearts to lose, the queen of spades to lose, and the ace king of clubs. We're not going to lose any more clubs because we can rough them in dummy. So we've got 4 losers. Is that good news? Bad news? If we just merrily play out this hand, we're going to go 1 down. So what do you think we do at trick 2? Which card do we play having won the ace of spades? Ellie, the thing is, what you do, just question Ellie, she's asking if we count the king of diamonds as a loser. No, Ellie, because the 8 of diamonds is covered by the ace in the dummy, you see. We've got no losers in diamonds. So what we've got to try and think of a way to do, everyone. Are you going to draw trumps? You're going to lose to the ace of hearts, and they're going to take their spade. What we need to do is find a way of getting rid of one of our losers immediately, because we can't afford to draw trumps. We don't have the ace. So this technique is called discarding a certain loser before drawing trumps. There is a lesson on that. I think we've done it. Club void can wait, actually, Anne. There's no rush to take the club void because unless trumps are 3-0, there's not going to be a problem there. We need to get rid. Our main thing is, if we just play a heart here, which is wrong, they then take their winning spade and their 2 clubs for 1 down. So we play a diamond instead. And try and cover up the east-west cards. Which one would you play from dummy? The ace or the queen? Well, it's tricky. It's quite a tricky hand, this one. It is available in replay. Yeah, I mean, normally we might think to establish the diamonds, but we don't actually need to here. Well, without looking at the other cards, your only chance of making this contract is if the diamond finesse works. The diamond king of diamonds is with east, you're going to go 2 down, bad luck. Your only hope of making it is to play the queen of diamonds. Quite a difficult play to make at the table. Now you play the ace. Wave bye-bye to the losing spade. Okay, what do we do next? Having just won the ace of diamonds. I must say, it's not going to help you by playing the jack of spades. No, remember, we don't trump in the long hand. And we can't establish, no point establishing the diamonds here. No, we draw trumps. They try to take their spade winner, but we rough it. Don't forget to draw the last few trumps. When you've got so many trumps in dummy, by the way, you don't have to create the void straight away because those 2 hearts are still waiting for us. Now we make the void in clubs. But we're plain sailing now. We just cross rough the heart, sorry, the club, rough the diamond, rough the club. It's a tough hand to raise. I think many would have gone 1 down at the table. 420. Yeah, I imagine most, quite a few club players would go down. Yeah, it depends what kind of session you're at. Tough hand though. Yeah, it is available in replay for you to play on BBO afterwards. I think, you know, it's one of those hands where counting losers really helps. So you got 40, but even then, you've got to realize that your only chance is the diamond finesse. It's a tough hand. It's easier if you've seen this type of thing before, you know, if you're experienced, if you've been playing bridge a long time. It's hard if you haven't, if you're not really tuned into this technique. But we do a lesson on discarding losers. I think we've done it in this class. Responding to a week 2 opener, well, if you've got 18 points or more, just bid to game in partner's major suit. Or if you think a slam might be on, you might want to go via 2 no trumps inquiry. Yeah, but you know, if you've got 18 points or more, just don't muck around. Just bid 4 hearts or 4 spades. 15 to 17, you bid the 2 no trump inquiry, which again is a forcing inquiry bid. Okay, so it should be alerted at the table. It doesn't say you want to play in 2 no trumps, never, never. It says, partner, tell me more. Right, well, the easy bit is if your minimum as a week 2 opener, 5 to 7 points, opener just repeats her 6-card suit to show a minimum hand, and North will then pass. Okay, so the main thing to do is if your minimum point count, 5 to 7, just repeat your suit to show, obviously, you've shown 6 cards, so clearly you've got 6 cards, but it shows 5 to 7 minimum week 2 opener. Emma's just got a question, by the way. If you have 18 points, the void in partner suit still bid to game. Probably, Emma, yes. Learned a little bit what the 18 points are, but even with a void in partner suit, I'd prefer to bid 4 hearts or 4 spades. Good question from Pamela. Is the 2 no trump inquiry balanced? No, could easily be unbalanced, Pamela. Could be void or singleton. Yep, it's an inquiry. Purely a point count. Yeah, I mean, Emma, if you've got 18 points, you might choose to go via 2 no trumps if you've got a void in partner suit. Not quite sure what's going on. 100% forcing. Just going to take my jumper off. It's slightly hot in here. Yeah, so 2 spades from you. I've gone 2 no trumps, which should be alerted. Look, I've even got an alert card in my bidding box now. What next for you? Meanwhile, I'm just going to take my jumper off. I'll do it off screen just in case I reveal too much flesh. Back again. So, yes, you'll have to wait another time, Ellie, to see my 6-pack. Yes, fairly simple, actually. You might not agree with me, but fairly simple. 3 spades, and North will nearly always pass. So that just shows a minimum point count. Same if you open 2 diamonds, just repeating the suit. This is called the features method, used by a lot of bridge teachers, most I'd say. There is another one, a method called August, which some bridge players use at bridge clubs. I think that's a bit more difficult. I'm definitely not going to tell you about that now, but this one is the one I play. It seems to work very well for me. Now, this is more difficult. If you're 8 to 10 points, upper range, if you're weak 2, you mustn't repeat your suit. You know, so you show partner a feature, okay? So in priority order, number 1, you show a 4-card major on the side. You won't have that very often. You just have to learn these features. There's no kind of, you know, shortcuts. Second option, if you bid 3 no trumps, that shows, they all show maximum point count, but this would show 2 of the top 3 honors in the suit, like ace queen or, you know, king queen of your suit. And if you don't have that, option 3 on the menu is you show a feature in the side suit. So that'd be an ace or a king, sometimes even a queen if you've got nothing else much to do. It doesn't really matter too much which of those you do, because effectively the most important thing is you're showing partner 8 to 10 points so they can bid on to game. Yeah, features an honor card, Lorna, so it wouldn't be a singleton, no. Let's play hand 2 on BBO. There we go. Let's bring it up to speed. Textbook 2-heart opener, will alert it. Over to North, everyone. What have they got? 13 points. Does North have a bid? Three hearts, correct. Level of the fit, and then I've got 9 between them. 0 to 14 points. Les, I'm afraid we can't go back on the last slide, but you can always watch in replay. Let's move on. Right, so 3 hearts, level of the fit. Let's get the opponents out of the bidding, by the way. They'd have made 3 diamonds or 3 clubs, the opponent. So let's try and make 3 hearts. What does West lead? Clearly a diamond, but which one do you think? The opener never bids again, Teresa, over a level of the fit. No, never, never, never. No. Well, the only time they might do, Teresa, if they had like a 6-5 or something crazy. But no, it's not an invitation to game when North bids 3 hearts. They might have no points at all. Yeah, do we leave the ace or the king? I don't think many of you will know this, so you're about to learn something new. How can you show a doubleton ace-king? Let's throw that back at you. Emma's trying to second guess me. Yes, there must be something fishy going on, Emma, because otherwise I'd just get on with it, wouldn't I? So how can you show a doubleton ace-king, do you think? With West, Lorna, West's turn to lead. So actually, it's a little known thing. When you've got a doubleton ace-king, you start with the king. Yes. It doesn't work with king, queen, or queen, jack. But with ace-king, starts with the king, if you've got a doubleton. a high one to encourage. So your partner's thinking, this is really weird. Why are they leading the king of diamonds when I've got the queen? So they're thinking either one of two things. Either it's a singleton king, which would be a lousy lead. I'd almost never lead a singleton king unless maybe it was partner's suit. Really bad lead, singleton king. Or they must have the ace. So it's a very clever way to probably come up again in another 5 years' time. But it's a very clever way of showing your partner you've got a doubleton. Good. So that's a new thing for most of you in the class, I imagine, today. You may not have come across that one before. So Jack of clubs, switch. Might as well try the king. Some people do lead away from aces online and in your bridge club. Certainly in my bridge club, they do on Monday afternoon. But they're not as well trained as they might be. Cash is the queen of clubs, why not? And reverts back to diamonds. Okay, so efficient defense. They've taken the first 4 tricks. We've got to make the rest. Which one do we play from south now? And again, just try and focus on the north-south cards. I know it's difficult when you can see the east-west, but for 95% of the time, it's good to have all the cards face up. Which card do we play from south? Yes, well, it's clear to trump high. You know, we know that West has got a doubleton diamond, but even if we weren't aware of that, we'd still trump high because we've got really good, you know, it doesn't cost us anything. We've got the ace 10 in dummy and the king queen. Discards a spade, let's say. Good. Well, we're doing so far so good. What does Declarer do now, though? Having won the Jack of Hearts, trumped high. When this hand was played face-to-face, quite a few people trumped low. They got over-trumped by the 6 of Hearts. Went down. What card specifically does Declarer play next? As south, clearly denoted by the golden bar. Or was it yellow? There's no rush to take the spade finesse. No, that can come later. There's something more important we have to do. What about if you're watching in replay? What do you think we should do now as Declarer? Draw trumps? Spade finesse can wait. Well, the answers are in. We must make use of the void in clubs. Again, many declarers forgot to do this when the hand was played face-to-face in the classroom before lockdown, and they went one down. So we do need to trump that high just in case, yeah. We do need to trump that club early. Otherwise, if we draw the trumps, we'll have a club loser. Which card specifically do we play from dummy now? Quite an instructive hand, this one, actually. I'm just thinking. Don't think it's available in replay. Which card from the dummy now? Specifically out of those 7. So yes, occasionally, like we did with double, I think, take out double. Every now and again, I review a more difficult subject that I think people might be rusty on. And, you know, a useful one. So now we play the ace of hearts, higher card from the shorter holding. Otherwise, the hearts will be blocked. Yeah, it has to be the ace of hearts. There's no point. Some of you want to play the 8 of diamonds. No, remember, it doesn't give us extra tricks. Trumping in the long hand in Declare will not give you an extra trick, and actually would end up going down if you played a diamond. Well, you might go down, yes. So no, but you don't need to do that. Drawing trumps is of paramount importance. Higher card from the shorter holding, top of a doubleton. Now we take the spade finesse. I'm not going to ask you that question. You know how to finesse. And it works. That's a relief. Ace of spades. And we're plain sailing now. Making the last two. Interesting hand, wasn't it? Interesting in the bidding. Interesting in the lead. That ace-king doubleton. Doesn't apply to king-queen or queen-jack. Another tricky hand, Ellie. Yes, that's the idea. Probably 2/3 of the class went one down when it was played before lockdown, face-to-face. But yeah, trumping that club really, well, trumping high on the diamond was important with the jack of hearts. That could have been a pitfall. And trumping that losing club. Yeah, and I imagine Misty, quite a few wouldn't have made that. They'd have been 1 or 2 down. But it's all part of the learning process. Roughing that losing club was really the crucial thing. Let's go back to the classroom. And that's the idea of challenging hands. You know, no point me just giving you easy hands where you're going to make over tricks. You know, I had to give you something to think about. Okay, let's practice responding to this 2-no trump inquiry. 15-17. What do we respond with that one with 8 points after partner's inquiry? It is a bit more difficult, I think. This is obviously the harder bit of week 2s, remembering what the features mean. It doesn't matter a huge amount if you get them wrong, I must say, but nice if you get them right. What's our first priority? Should we just go back in time a second, just to show you our first priority? Hang on, oh, there it is. There you go. So if you're 8 to 10, you must not repeat your suit. You can show the 4-card major on the side. That'd be useful. Etc. Bid 3 no trumps or the feature. Good. So here's the answer. We can show the 4-card major by bidding 3 hearts. So that shows 8 to 10 points in a 4-card suit. Good. Well done. You know, partner North might have 4 hearts and a singleton spade, in which case we'll play the game in 4 hearts. Here's another one. You've got 9 points this time, opposite the 2-no trump inquiry. What feature can you show here? What feature can you show here? How can you show 2 of the top 3 honours in your spade suit? Morning, TJ, Isabel. I've said hello to most of you. In the chat box. Yes, should we have a little look at the answer? If you're watching in replay, did you bid 3 no trumps here? To show a maximum 8 to 10 and 2 of the top 3 honours. North will revert back to 4 spades if they've got a fit. Yeah, they won't want to leave you in 3 no trumps. It's an artificial bid. Again, should be alerted playing face to face. Good. If you're not completely au fait with this features method, it's not the end of the world. Here's another one for you. What feature should you show now? Opposite the 2 no trump inquiry. 8 points. What feature are you going to show this time? We'll just go quickly back in time to show you the features. There they are. Hang on. Those are the 3 options on the menu. Where is it? Oh, there we go. So you don't have 2 of the top 3 honours. You haven't got a 4-card major. You show a feature in clubs. You've got the king. It's not particularly useful for partner, I must say, this 3rd option, but most important is that you're showing a maximum point count. And North will normally bid 3 no trumps now, avoiding 5 diamonds. Good, well done. A feature's an honor, Rose. It's slightly confusing. Yeah, feature would be an honor card, like ace, king, or queen. Yeah, that's what a feature is in this method. It is quite difficult, I agree with you. Normally, when I teach this lesson for the first time, I definitely see blank faces when there's blank faces. I see blank faces when I teach these features. Oh, if it's the major suit, Emma, yes, good question for Emma. If it's the major suit, then it will be 4 cards. Let's play hand 3 on BBO. How are we getting on? Okay, we're doing okay on time. Try and get through our 4 hands as we normally do. Where are we? Oh, it's a week 2 diamonds. Good to have one of those. I do recommend playing week 2s in 3 suits. It's the method that I play. And what do we do with South's hand? They got 15 points. What does South bid, if anything, opposite that week 2 opener? Two no trumps. Let's alert it, Caroline. So I'm going to alert the 2 no trumps inquiry. 15 to 17. Partner, tell me more. And North's response with their 9 points is what? Yeah, slightly more challenging hands today. You know, I was saying on the intermediate class on Monday, you know, sometimes they're average, sometimes they're easier. These are slightly harder, I think. Yes, 3 no trumps. I'll alert that too, actually, because that's artificial. So it's 8 to 10 points and top of the range. Sorry, top of the range with 2 of the top 3 honors in diamonds. Here we've got the ace and the king. And South is very happy to leave that. And West is very happy to lead their 4th highest away from an ace. Is fine in no trumps. It's the cardinal sin in trump contracts, as you know by now. Okay, so thank you, partner, for the dummy. Certain tricks I've only got 4, but lots of potential in diamonds and clubs. So that's the plan. But the next dilemma is whether, and this is why you should never play too quickly at trick 1. Do you put on the 5 of hearts here, second player play low? Or is it wiser to put on the queen of hearts? What do you think? Be honest. At the table, would you play the queen or the 5? You're watching in the chat box, or the chat box, you're watching in replay. Take your time. There's no rush here. People won't mind if you just think for a little bit at the beginning of the hand. Obviously, they might get a bit bored if you think for 5 minutes. Zia Mahmood once, I saw him. He was dummy. He was once reading the newspaper. It was hilarious. One of the best players in the world. Google him, Zia Mahmood, bridge player. I played against him a few times. But yeah, I wasn't playing. I just saw it on a picture. He was reading the Telegraph as dummy. It was quite funny. Right, well, we have to play the queen. It'll always be right, nearly always be right, to play the honor if you've got queen X or king X in the dummy to play it. After all, your main chance of, you know, it's more likely that West started with the ace of hearts when they've led it. Thing is, if you wrongly play low, you know, you then have to either win with the king, you know, or duck it. The beauty of playing the queen, an encouraging 9, is that if West gets the lead again, they have to give you a trick to the king. You've now got a second stopper with the king of hearts if West gets the lead. What card from dummy do we play at trick 2 now? We've just won the queen of hearts as dummy. What card do we play? What suit do we play? What card do we play? Either diamonds or clubs. Clearly, we're not going to play the other suits. Well, whilst we're in dummy, just as the answers come in on the chat box, which I can see, of course, because they scroll down the right-hand side of my screen, it would be very wise to take the club finesse. Which works. Yeah, no harm in taking that club finesse. That's a really good move. Now, which card specifically do we play from Declarer? There's 12, 4, 7, 8, 9, 11 to choose from. Where it's clear to play a diamond, but do we play the queen or the 3? If diamonds are 3-2, we're going to have I'll use that word again, I quite like it, plethora of tricks. It's not a word I've used for a long time. Yes, top of a doubleton, Peter, or the higher card neutral holding. Otherwise, the suit will be blocked if you play the 3. Yeah, there's still a few playing the 3 out there. Don't worry. You've got time to correct that one. I'm hoping diamonds are 3-2. But no. 4-1. We're not going to make any extras from diamonds, are we? What do we do next from dummy now? Which card specifically? We've just won the king of diamonds. We've got the bad news. That's right, Phil. Yeah, avoids blockage. None of us like blockage. At the bridge table or in real life. Now, I'm going to give you a clue. Here's a little bit of get out of jail free card. So our bridge prison is overcrowded. Bashir is building an extension just at the moment. He's actually getting a boat. He's going to put it in the sea. So here's the get out of jail free. This is your last chance in dummy. Do you think there's something you should do before you take the club finesse? It's your last chance to be in the dummy. You're right, Beetle. You won't ever get back to dummy. So do you think you should do something before taking the club finesse? Is this available in replay? No, not this one. Well, as some of you suggested, you must take your diamond winner. Okay? Yeah, cash the ace of diamonds. Otherwise, it's bye-byes. Now you take another club. Whoops. Let's throw... A spade can go. Let's throw... Yeah, now we take the club finesse. Again, to the knave. Ace of clubs. Felling the king. West discarded a club. So these are length winners now, aren't they? Let's throw the spades. Where are we on the... I'm going to throw a heart or a spade. I don't think it matters too much. I'm going to throw a heart. I'm going to play a heart now. Am I going to play a heart? I'm going to play... That's interesting, yes. They haven't... Oh, they could unblock their hearts. No, the hearts are blocked. So they're going to play the 8. I'm afraid that the naughty East robot forgot to unblock the Jack of Hearts. So all they can do now is take their Jack of Diamonds and give us an over trick with the spade. So defense could have done better there to keep us to 10 tricks. To 9 tricks, sorry. We actually made an over trick. But most importantly, you did really well. The crucial thing of this hand was taking the club finesse early at trick 2. So very well done for spotting that. And another, not quite as important thing to do is to take that ace of diamonds winner when you were in dummy for the last time. Again, another tough hand. The hands are a bit harder today. East-West can keep us to 9 tricks. Right, back to the slides. How do you defend against a week 2? Well, exactly the same as you would had it been a 1-level opener. You double for takeout with 12 plus points. Overcall 2 no trumps if you got 15 to 19. And a stopper in a week 2 suit. And you can make an overcall with a decent 5-card suit and 10 plus points. Your opening values. So that's how you defend against week 2. Pretty similar to what you do if they opened 1 heart or 1 spade. So let's go straight back to hand 4. Sharing the screen. It's a 2-spade opener by East. What does South do, if anything? 17 points. They're the overcaller. Yes, don't worry too much if you didn't understand all the features. I think that is the more difficult bit of the week 2s. Perfect for a 2 no trump overcall. Perfect. Stopper in, very important to have a stopper in spades, their suit, but 15 to 19. North has got 11 points. What's their best bid as North, do you think? I think of 1 or 2 bids they might make, but what's North's best bid with 11 points? Next week, actually, so in a week's time, we'll be doing, following on a bit from this lesson, actually, we're doing weak jump overcalls. They're fun. A real useful, really useful weapon to have in your armory. Now, just before we go on, you should agree, you know, with your experience level now, to play Stamen and transfers over partner's overcall of 1 no trump or 2 no trumps. You should just agree it with your partner. But most people will play that way. So again, a get out of jail free. You can use Stamen and transfers after an overcall of 1 no trump, and you should do, but just agree it with your partner first. So can North bid Stamen to raise $1 million question? Well, I think after what I've just told you, we'll alert it as well. I would definitely be doing Stamen now. Try and find the 4-4 heart fit. But just agree it with your partner, you know, just to check that they're on the same page as you. But Stamen and transfers, you should play after an overcall. On this hand, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Still end up in 3 no trumps. But I'd have preferred to be in 4 hearts if South had 4 cards in hearts, for sure. Can you fish out an opening lead for me, please? To 3 no trumps from West. If you're watching in replay, are you going to fish out an opening lead? Which card is correct? Yes, you've easily got enough points to use Stamen, Deirdre. You need about 7 plus points to do it over an overcall of 2 no trumps. Yes, well, partner bid spades. We must lead a spade, so remember to lead the queen. Top of the doubleton. Certain tricks. How many are you counting? 1, 2, 6, 7. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Extras available in diamonds or hearts. That's going to be a crucial decision, whether to play on diamonds or hearts. For the moment, though, I'm encouraging 9, let's say. Do we win the ace of spades? Or do we duck it? What do you think? Do we win the ace or duck it? Clubs look good too, Ellie, but there are certain tricks, you see. Yes, they're in the bank. I'm just talking about where the extras are coming from, you know, hearts or diamonds. Oh, it's nice to give slam duck a little waddle around, isn't it? A slam duckler, also known as Lucy. Lucy, but we've changed slam duck's name. Do we duck again or not? That's an interesting question. Do we duck again or should we take the ace here? Think back to the bidding. East opened a week 2. East has got 6 spades. Wouldn't actually do too much harm here ducking, but you just don't need to because you know that West only started with 2 spades. So you can take the ace. Wouldn't actually be detrimental to your health. Right. Now is the moment of truth. Try just to look at the north-south cards, like I'm doing. And are we going for our extras in hearts with the heart finesse? Or should we go for extras in diamonds with the diamond finesse? Take your pick. Yes, Howard, the main exception to leading from longest suit, there's if partners bid a suit, I would nearly always lead my partner's suit. Keeps them in a good mood. Only time I wouldn't, Howard, I'd think twice about it if I had a singleton in partner's suit. But if they've opened a week 2, they must be pretty good in their week 2. I'd still lead a singleton of their week 2. Take your pick, everyone. If you're watching in replay, you're going to play the diamonds or are you going to play the hearts? Because you could take either. You know, if you're successful, you'll make 4 tricks in diamonds with the finesse or 4 in hearts. You may not think it matters, but it does. Problem is here, there's what we call a danger hand and a safe hand here. The danger hand is East. If East wins the lead, we're toast. Okay. But as Peter's just pointed out in the chat box, it doesn't matter if West wins. So for that reason, we're going to pay dummy a visit with the 10 of clubs. And which card are we going to play from dummy? Specifically? You're watching in replay. Did you get that one? Yes, you did. Well done. Which one from... We went to dummy for a purpose, by the way. We didn't go to dummy to play clubs. We went to dummy to play diamonds. And it's all about timing this hand. We don't mind if West wins the lead because they've got no space to get back to their partner. Quite a subtle hand, really. Safe hand and danger hand. They switch to a heart. Now then, do we take the finesse? Or should we rise with the ace? Normally second player play low. Well, we can't afford to lose the lead to East, so rise with the ace of hearts. Now we can take our diamond winners. It's also the timing, this hand, to the ace of diamond. I'm just cashing winners now, by the way. Keeping on to the clubs. Ace of clubs. Queen of clubs, not forgetting to overtake with the king. Yeah, so the clubs don't get blocked. Yeah, overtaking with the king of clubs. So we can access dummy with the jack. And we just give up the last 2 tricks. It's been a long lesson, Sarah. You can be excused for having a bit of brain fog. Have some paracetamol. Where are my paracetamol? Oh, they're up there somewhere. They're never too far away. Yeah, so well done, 600. It was your idea to duck the spade. It wouldn't have mattered ducking twice here. It wouldn't have affected you, but it's just good technique to duck once when you know that West only started with the doubleton spade. But the crucial thing was taking that diamond finesse, not the heart finesse. If you'd have taken the losing heart finesse, you've ended up at least 2 down. Good. Tougher hands today for you. If you felt the set of hands were a bit harder, they were. Yeah, that's just the etiquette. I've told you about that. Announcing as the partner when you play face-to-face. But if you remember just 3 things, of course, the week 2 opener in diamonds, hearts, or spades is 5 to 10 points. Bid to the level of the fit with 0 to 14 inclusive, but just be a little careful. You know, caution, if you're vulnerable and you got no points at all, I'd probably just reel it back 1. I'd bid 3 hearts rather than 4 hearts or pass, you know. So there are, you know, you just got to be a bit careful with vulnerability and with a really lousy hand. And finally, remember that 2-no trump inquiry is 15 to 17. Ellie will be watching again very soon. Yeah, I'd probably give it, I normally would give it a day or so before watching the replay, just so your mind doesn't get frazzled. But this is basically this is a review of what we've done in the past. Well, thank you, Linda. Yes, no, I think these reviews are useful every now and again. Just give you a bit more confidence in week 2 openers. Yes, Martin, you won't be the only one who got lost regarding the features. I wouldn't worry about it too much, you know, learning it. As long as you just remember to repeat your suit with a weak hand, that's the most important. A stronger hand, just do something else and you'll end up in game. Thank you, Deirdre. Misty's going to work on it. Are you there, Mary Ellen? Or are you sunbathing? Yeah.
I'm here. No sun today.
No sunbathing for you.
No.
What's the temperature in Florida?
It's chilly today. It's only 57 degrees.
Right.
It's chilly here.
That sounds cold to me.
Yes.
Now, are you good on level of the fit, Mary Ellen?
You know, there was so much in this lesson. I definitely have to watch it on replay because I didn't know that inquiry bid, the two-no trump.
Yeah, oh, right. You may not have learned that. No, you have to check with your bridge partner. You know that they're doing that as well.
Right.
Yeah. Right. But online, you know, it's online 2-no trumps is standard. Yeah, you know, 15 to 17.
That's true. And the BBO, they kind of play that, and I didn't know that. So I've had many hands where I'm like, what? So it makes sense now. Yeah.
And it is more difficult, as some of the students have said. You know, those responses of the features, you know, they are harder. But it doesn't matter too much if you get it wrong. Just most important to differentiate between a weak opener, 5 to 7 points, and a strong one. But that level of fit is very useful. Yeah, you know, encourage people to do that.
That was very good. A lot of gems in this session.
Oh, well, thank you, Marilyn. Well, it's good, you know, and our set hands were harder, you know, today, I thought, than normal. They were quite challenging, but that's the idea. You know, people need to be challenged.
Right. What good is it if it's boring or easy?
What's the point of me giving them in 3-no trumps 9 easy tricks? Right. You know, no one's going to learn from that, are they?
Exactly.
Peter's got a question. The better minor showing feature. Which picture card do you need to show the feature? Really, Peter, just ace, king, or sometimes, Peter, you'd have to do it with a queen. You know, depends if your options are limited. Oh, look, Caroline's got a little mnemonic. MNS. Yeah, she's thinking Marks and Spencers. Remember the response to inquiry of 2-no trumps. I'll think about that one, Caroline, but nice work.
Clever, very clever.
Yes. Funnily enough, that's how I remember sometimes people's names, Mary Ellen. So, like, I've got bridge people mainly. So there's Mike and Sue. They would be M&S, as in Marks and Spencer, which you may not have. Do you know Marks and Spencer?
I've been, yes.
I don't know if you get it in America, but so they're Mike and Sue at M&S.
You know, that's a good, I'm constantly forgetting people's names, and it's so really terrible. It's a nice thing to remember somebody's name. So Great
Yeah,
mnemonic.
a bit more difficult. Sometimes, Marilyn, it'd be a bit awkward if it was Simon and Mary.
True. But you would remember it, probably.
Simon and Mary.
Yeah.
You're not with me, everyone. S&M.
S&M. But I would remember that. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Simon and Mary is quite a good one. Yeah. So you can have quite cheeky ones as well. Martin's thinking, oh, Martin's got a good one. He reckons that MNS makes no sense.
Right.
Martin's got a sense of humor. Martin's still got a bottle of champagne on ice for me, Mary Ellen.
Oh, well, you better get over there and drink that.
I know. It's, before, I don't think it's going to last till Christmas, is it?
And it's not open already, is it?
No, he hasn't opened it. It's on. It's kind of it's just in the ice bucket.
Good.
Now, Mary Ellen, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling a little bit jaded. I've had, obviously this is my second online lesson.
That's right. You must be tired.
Only a little bit. I'm okay. I don't feel too sorry for me. But it's half term, so I'm going down to see my parents who live about an hour south of here.
Oh, nice.
Afternoon later. Yeah, my brother's up from. He's come up with his two boys from the south, so it'd be nice to hang out with them. I'm going down to have dinner and stay the night.
Will you bring your kids with you, or just you?
No, well, Sebastian's back at school this week, the 10-year-old.
Okay.
And the 16-year-old girl, Sophie, she's busy revising for her GCSEs at the family home in the country. So, yeah, I'm not seeing them again till the weekend.
All right. Well, it'll be nice to see people.
Sorry, Beetle wants to know what's next week. Beetle, just to confirm, this time next week, it's week jump overcalls, which will be really useful. So if someone opens one club, overcaller jumps to 2 spades. We'll be looking at that.
Ah, nice. Good.
And they are welcome, Mary Ellen, to come on Monday. It's the duplicate tactics, bidding slams.
Now that's your 9:30 a.m. class?
Yes, correct, on a Monday morning.
Ooh, that's early for me.
Yeah, Mary, you can watch it in replay.
Yes, I do sometimes watch in replay.
So. I mean, word of warning, that those series of lessons on duplicate pair strategy are more difficult. Yeah, they are for the more experienced players. Yeah.
But this one I definitely will watch again to catch all the information.
You will need to. There's more than week 2s that meets the eye. It's pretty easy opening a week 2, but responding to it, defending against it. Yeah, we did a little bit of that as well. It was useful. Teresa, very late for you. Yes, good night.
Yes, good night in New Zealand.
And we are very. We've noted Teresa's loyalty, staying up till 1 in the morning to have a live bridge lesson.
That is amazing. Very good. Very committed.
Yeah, that is very committed. So it's appreciated by the management.
Yes.
Teresa over there in New Zealand. Now listen, we've had a bit of fun today. We always have fun, actually. I do enjoy these live sessions.
Well, thank you, and enjoy your family trip, and stay out of the rain.
Yes, we'll hope so. I think it's due to rain. It has actually stopped here in Harrogate, Mary Ellen, but I think it is due to start again tonight.
Yeah, well,
everything's waterlogged. Golf courses, tennis courts, you name it. It's a really, for those in half term last week and this week, it's just been miserable.
Ugh, yeah.
But I had a solution. So I thought, I can't be doing golf. What shall I do that's inside and really good fun with the children? Any ideas before we go? What entertainment can I do with the kids and my brother maybe that's inside and it's really good fun? Any ideas?
Teach them bridge.
There's 20 people still watching. Have you any ideas what I'm hoping to do tomorrow morning, everyone?
Let's see what they're saying.
Sarah's had a very good guess.
I'm saying play bridge.
What am I hoping to do tomorrow that's good fun, I can do with the kids, and I'm not going to get wet?
Pin bowling.
10-pin bowling. Do you like 10-pin bowling, Mary Ellen?
I don't really play it, but yeah, I'd like it when I get to do it.
Caroline said bridge or table tennis, but actually our table tennis table I've just put away into the garage because the house isn't big enough to have it inside. Swimming's a good one, Sarah. Yeah. Paddle tennis, Bernice. That's a good one. Teresa's saying baking. Yeah, you haven't seen my cooking, Teresa.
Charades.
Charades, yes, or as we might say, charades.
Charades. Yeah.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Right.
In fact, no, you say tomato.
I say tomato. You
I say
tomato. Right.
Sarah's really enjoying this game. She's had 3 guesses. But Sarah, I must say, You got it right first time round. 10-pin bowling. Yeah. I love 10-pin bowling. I only do it about once a year, but I do love it. So if we can get in, I think we might go 10-pin bowling.
Oh, fun. Yes. So no
But,
teaching bridge to the children in the family, or do they all play?
well, no, that's work, you see.
Yeah, I see. That's not necessarily.
Yeah, no, that's and actually teaching children to play bridge, it's lovely, but it's really hard work.
That could be hard. Yeah, that's.
So, Marilyn, on that note,
Okay.
I will say goodbye. It's been good fun as always.
Always is, and we'll see you next week. Drive safely. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
and,
everyone. And I think Jack's
mum
will be with us maybe next week, or maybe she's away. She apologizes. Jack's mum's been on granny duty.
Oh, busy.
Yes. Yeah, busy with the grandkids, but she'll be back with us. Thanks, Mary Ellen.
Bye-bye.